many of you might be translating from your native language to English in your head, and that slows you down, especially when your target is to speak smart and confident English. You see, when I ask my learners to think in English instead of thinking in their native language, there's this question that comes to their mind all the time: how to think in English? And the process is very simple. And with some of those tips and tricks, I'll guide you in this video that will help you stop translating in your head and start thinking naturally. Excited? Let's dive right in. First things first, don't overwhelm yourself. Start simple. If you're used to thinking in your native language, jumping straight into complex English thoughts might feel daunting for you. Instead, start small by thinking of single words in English throughout your day. Replace daily objects with English words. For example, what is this? Don't think it in your native language. Think it in English. What is this? Okay, what is this? Now, what is this? Think it in English and don't think it in your mother tongue. From the next day, whenever you are looking at those stuffs in your house, think it in English. Gradually, you can move on to short sentences like, I am having my breakfast. The weather is nice today. This way, you'll train your mind to associate common things with your English names without relying on translations. Now, let's talk about a really interesting and easy method, which is known as the mix and match technique. This technique is perfect for beginners who feel intimidated by using English all the time. Instead of forcing yourself to speak 100% English at a go, you can actually use 80% of your native language with 20% English. This makes the transition to speaking English smoother and more comfortable. Now, for example, if your native language is Bangla, which is my native language, you can say something like this: Ami kal skule jabo and I'll meet my friends, which means I'll go to school tomorrow and I'll meet my friends. So here, as you can see, that I have used a Bangla sentence and I have mixed it with English. So you can include a little English when you speak your native language from the next time. This will give you the confidence to speak English in front of someone. And also it will give you the confidence to speak English in public because you are using small sentences, or maybe you are using a few words. And from day one, without using 100% English, you are using 20% of it. So you are basically taking a small step towards speaking English. And that's a good start. And not only that, this mix of both languages will help you feel less pressure, and gradually you can increase the English part as you grow more confident. You know, one of the biggest hurdles in thinking in English is translating from your native language. You need to break that stuff. Instead of translating sentences from your native language into English, start forcing yourself to speak directly in English. Even if they are simple, even if your sentences are basic, that's okay. For instance, when you feel like eating, directly say, I am hungry or I'm starving. Don't rely on translation. And you see, listening plays a crucial part here. The more you listen to English, the more you watch English movies or you listen to English songs or you watch English cartoons, the more you will train your brain to think in English, or the more you will train your brain to know stuffs in English. You will get to learn English sentences for a particular situation or a particular context, and that will give you the idea of thinking in English directly. And the more you do this, the less dependent you'll be on translation, and your brain will automatically switch to English. And the next step is where things get really interesting. Visualize in English. Okay, let me visualize a picture. Can you see this picture? Instead of just focusing on words or sentences, try and imagine entire scenes in English. For example, if you're thinking about your next vacation, imagine yourself at the airport asking or giving direction, or maybe ordering food, all in English. In simple words, you have to create English conversations in your mind. Now, visualization not only improves your thinking, but also boosts your creativity in the language. And next we have observation. You remember the picture that I was thinking of? Now let's try together and use some easy words for a simple description of the picture. So here you have to focus on the first thing that comes to your mind. So what's the first thing that is coming to your mind after looking at this picture? What do you think this picture is all about? About two kids, right? So here we will start the sentence like this. In this picture, I can see two kids are sitting together and reading a book. Now, if I focus on the background of this picture, I can see this is a magical forest, right? And it is surrounded by trees. So I will say it like this. It looks like they are sitting in a magical forest surrounded by trees. What else can we see? There's a bright moon shining in the sky. Let's observe more. We can see both children are smiling, enjoying their story. The book they are reading has pictures of cute animals on the cover. Have you noticed it earlier, or you were waiting for me? To add more creativity, I can go ahead and say it's night time, but the scene seems peaceful and fun. Also, have you noticed this hand? It's different, right? So we can say, behind the book, there seems to be another character hiding, but they are not fully visible. See how gracefully we have described this picture. So you can work on your visualization and your observation skills, and you can see great improvement in yourself the more you practice this. And the fifth method is what I truly admire. This is what I did initially as a kid. And this helped me to practice English with myself when I didn't have a partner. So you have to start having a conversation with yourself. The process is very simple. You have to start asking questions to yourself and then answer them in English. So when you ask yourself questions and you prepare the answers, you will feel very confident. Doesn't matter if you are being loud with that or you are just having a conversation in your head. The matter is very simple. You just have to have a conversation. For example, in the morning, you can ask yourself, what are my plans today? And then you can answer it loud or like in your head. I need to go to the market today and buy groceries. These self-conversations help build fluency over time. Let me give you some more examples. Imagine yourself preparing for your day and then ask yourself, what should I wear today? And then answer, it's hot, so I think I should wear my favorite t-shirt and jeans. You see, I literally had this conversation with me. I don't need any partner to practice these conversations. Or maybe you are planning your tasks for the day and ask yourself, what do I need to do today? And then you can respond, I need to clean my room and finish my assignment. Try and talk about the actions you are doing or you are planning of doing. For example, while making tea, you can say, I'm boiling water and now I'll add tea leaves. After that, I'll brew it for 5 minutes. See, this way you're practicing simple sentences throughout the day. These conversations may seem small, but gradually it will help you become more comfortable with your thinking and speaking in English. And as you get more confident, you can add a bit more complexity. For example, ask yourself, how was your day? And then just instead of answering, it was great, try and add a few sentences. For example, it was great. I finished my work early, went for a walk, and then had a nice dinner with my family. This way, you're practicing not only present, but also past tenses. And these conversations will soon become a natural part of your routine. And before you know it, you will be thinking in English effortlessly. So these are 5 techniques that will help you start thinking in English and stop relying on translation. This will definitely speed up your learning process. And remember, it's all about building small habits that add up over time. Start small, stay consistent, and you will notice a big improvement in your English skills. Let me know in the comments which technique you are going to try first. And if you found this video helpful, you already know what to do. Like this video, share it with others, and for more such helpful tips, you have to subscribe Skillaholic. I'll see you again very soon. Until then, stay connected.